I'm Jeanette. You guys know my friend Grant.
Hello.
And today we have a very, very special guest with us. She is the food editor for Rachael Ray Every magazine. Please say hello to Cecily McAndrews. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for the round of applause. We're very, very excited to have her here.
The golf class.
At the show, we are big fans of the magazine, and today we are sticking with the theme, which was on the cover. When we saw this, it completely gripped us because we don't want summer to go. I don't know about you, but I'm so bummed already. It's approaching Labor Day weekend, so we're getting to the last unofficial weekend of summer. Mm-hmm. So we're sticking with that theme today. Summer don't go. So as always, we want to hear from you guys. We want to hear what you guys might be cooking this weekend for the Labor Day holiday. Mm-hmm. We've got some recipes here that are kind of celebrating end of summer ingredients. And that's it. Yeah, Cecily's going to kick things off. So yeah, make sure you comment in and tell us where you're watching from and what you might be making for Labor Day this weekend. And Cecily, might you be making these for Labor Day this weekend? These look so good.
Heck yeah. Yeah, I actually had these last night, and I'm having them again today, and I might make them again this weekend. They're not good.
They're not good.
So anyway, what I have on deck is fried green tomato BLT, which, if you can believe it, is actually better than a regular BLT. I know it's a big thing to say, but yeah. It's pretty simple. Basically, all you do is you take your garden standard green tomatoes, and then you slice them up, you bread them in a cornmeal mixture with some buttermilk, and then you fry them in bacon fat, because who doesn't want that?
Who doesn't want that? Now, you said it's a sandwich, so I'm going to make you some toast.
Yes,
right?
The queen of toast. I'm so excited to learn more about your technique.
I'm going to show just don't toast in.
You're in very good hands, Jeanette, as your toaster.
I know.
Your hostess. Hello from Kentucky. Hi, Kentucky.
Hi,
Thanks for watching.
Oh,
the whole state of Kentucky's watching.
No
thank
pressure,
you.
Cecily.
I love your bourbon.
Me too.
Speaking of bourbon, Jeanette's going to make a drink right after this, right? I don't know if it has bourbon in it, but if you
It
like
could, actually.
booze,
It could.
you like it.
Ooh, bourbon?
Right?
Sounds good, right? If
Brainstorming.
you guys are watching right now, there's a little button below you called the follow button. If you click that and you're enjoying our Facebook Live here, every time we go live, it will alert you that we're live. So if you're liking what you're watching right now, click that, and you can watch next time. Anna's watching from New York City. Hello, Anna.
Hi,
Thanks
Anna.
for watching. And just to remind you guys, all these recipes that we're going to make today are going to be up on the Facebook page later today. This recipe will also be on the Facebook page, but you can also get it in the September issue of the Rachael Ray Every magazine, which we have sitting right here. Lots of other tomato recipes in the magazine, right?
So many more. We have there are 31 ideas for what to do with tomatoes.
Wow.
And so
That's a lot.
we got you covered.
Not 30, 31.
31. I like that. I like very precise.
I like it a lot.
Yeah, no. It was fact checked and everything.
That's really fun. Deborah commented, and she said that Grant didn't take Rachel's advice and bake the bacon.
Oh, yeah.
I know, that is a great tip from Rachel. We love that tip, but I feel like when you're going to cook something, you're going to bread these and put them in some bacon fat, you kind of need to make it in a skillet.
Totally.
Right?
And then too, it's you wouldn't want to bake it and then have a dirty pan and then have to fry these in the skillet. So it kind of makes sense to make your life a little easier later.
If you guys are unfamiliar though with Rachel's bacon tip, you basically just take a cookie sheet or a sheet pan and you put one of those cooling racks on top of it and then lay your bacon on there and you pop it in the oven, and that way when the bacon cooks, all the fat drips away from it and you get nice crispy and flat pieces of bacon. So it's a really nice tip.
I do like
Josie is watching from Brazil.
Josie.
Hello.
Oh, hello.
And Anna's watching from Iowa. And Maggie is making green tomatoes tonight.
Oh, how fun.
No
Maggie,
way.
this is a great recipe. You should try this one
Maggie,
out.
what are you making with the grape tomatoes? I'd love to hear.
Yeah, tell us all about it. And we definitely want to hear from all you guys watching right now what you guys are making this weekend for Labor Day, the Labor Day weekend. Leandra is having a barbecue this weekend with burgers and dogs.
Ooh, nothing wrong with that.
I love barbecue and I love grilling, but burgers and dogs is just kind of that's just the way to do it.
I think
Easy, simple.
my favorite question during summertime is when you go up to a grill and somebody's like, "Do you want a burger or a hot dog?"
That's
and the answer is always both. Exactly.
Great.
Michelle says hi from Pennsylvania. Hello,
yeah.
Michelle. Thanks for watching.
excellent. So now you just bread. What did you bread these in?
So this is nice. This breading is really nice because it's a little bit easier than normal breading, which, as we all know, egg and breadcrumbs and liquid. But instead, you basically dip it in the cornmeal twice. So it's a mix of cornmeal and flour, and then you dip it in the cornmeal and flour, and then it goes in the buttermilk, and then it goes back in there, so it stays nice and crunchy.
Yeah.
Hi, Linda.
Linda's watching from Prospect, Connecticut. Hello, Linda.
Linda. Thanks
How did
for
I do
watching.
with the toast? Do you feel like I can
So
still wear my
beautiful.
toast crown?
Bow down.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
The toast is ready for the sandwiches.
The toast is mimosas, right?
Yes, thank you. All right, so while you're finishing these up, is it cocktail time?
Yeah.
I think so, guys.
Yeah.
Right? I think so. It's not a holiday weekend until there is a signature cocktail. And as we say goodbye to frosé season, which guts me, guys, it guts me. I do love a good frosé. There's some recipes for frosé up on our website. I think we've made frosé almost every way we can. I'm going to make a fragroni. I think I made that word up. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. It is a frozen Negroni. Now, if you're not familiar with a Negroni, it's one of my favorite cocktails. It's equal parts gin, Campari, which is like a nice bitter spirit, like an Italian spirit, and some sweet vermouth. So what I'm doing here is I'm doing 3 ounces of each. And like I said, since I'm making a frozen cocktail, what I like to do is I like to start with all of the ingredients cold. So I just pop my my bottles in the refrigerator before we go, so that once, because I don't know if you guys have been drinking frosé along with us all summer, but what happens is it starts to dilute after a while, especially when it's really, really hot out. So I like to start with everything really cold, and then thank you. And then one of my ingredients that I add to it to keep it nice and frothy. This is just some frozen orange juice in ice cube mold. It reminded me of my mom. My mom used to make us orange juice ice pops when we were kids in the little popsicle molds. So I pop that in the blender. And then I'm going to add in a little bit of maraschino cherry juice. I love topping my Negronis with a little bit of maraschino cherry. So why not use the juice as an ingredient? I thought it's like a nice little sweetener. Adds a pretty color to it. And then I'm going to pop back in the back and blend this up for us. But another tip when you're doing this is to use crushed ice, and then it blends up really fast. You already started it. And who doesn't love smacking ice with a pan?
Who doesn't love smacking ice with a pan? You heard it here first, everyone. Mike says hello from California.
Hi, Mike. Cheers.
And Kath is watching from Vancouver. Hello. And just to remind you guys of what we're doing here today, I'm Grant. This is Jeanette. We work here in the prep kitchen at the Rachael Ray Show, and this is our friend Cecily, a food editor, correct, from from Rachael Ray Every magazine. So we're making some of our favorite summertime recipes. So Cecily is in the middle of making a fried green tomato BLT, which is not what you try, which is in the current issue, the September issue of the magazine. And Jeanette is working on a frozen Negroni for a delicious, cool summertime cocktail. A
frogroni, as we like to call it. So, in the spirit of keeping things kind of frosty, I had these in the freezer for a little bit. And look at that, guys. Look, how long was I blending that for? Like 5 seconds? It just comes together so quickly. I like to take a spoon, and I like to spoon it into each glass for us to enjoy. Thank you. I know. Yeah, I kind of could be confused with some frosé. But again, this is a frogroni. And you guys, who's to say that rosé has to end in the summer? You know what I mean? Like, I drink wine all year round. So, I mean, I don't know. I would drink a frozen cocktail if it was nice by the fire. That would be nice in the winter.
I think so.
I know. So maybe I can stop crying over the end of rosé season. I know.
The other thing I was going to say, too, is that it must be really nice for sort of introducing people to Campari, because
you're right.
It's not to everyone's taste. It can be a little bit bitter.
Like I said, it's a little bitter, yeah.
Right. But I'm sure the juice takes the edge off.
Very much so, yes. That was a very eloquent way of saying it, Cecily.
Deborah's watching, and this weekend she's making Maine lobster and corn.
What's Deborah? Party?
I know, Deborah.
We'll be right up, Deborah.
And Linda's watching from Detroit, Michigan.
Hello, Linda.
From the D. Nina is watching, or she says, hi, guys, Dream Team.
Oh, hashtag Dream Team. Thanks, Nina.
Thanks, Nina.
All right, guys. All right, so here are our 3 Negronis. Frogronis. Yeah. And now, I feel like, since we're still in the summer spirit, a nice little kind of like, I always find that garnishes make drinks really fun. So I'm going to put a little orange slice on the side. I'm going to top it with one of these little maraschino batons I made. A baton of maraschino cherry. And I just thought it was fun kind of getting us in the fall, kind of winter spirit, just a tick, to top it with a little piece of rosemary.
That's so
It just makes for a nice little presentation.
Alvada commented and said that she uses her green tomatoes to make a chow chow.
That's
a great idea.
Good. These chews are so nice and tart. They must go great with corn.
Yeah, totally. And they hold up. I like green tomatoes if I'm ever going to make like a tomato dish ahead of time. They're nice ones to use because they don't sort of like fall apart in the fridge overnight,
Yeah.
Randy's watching from Boston, from Beantown, as they call it, I think, right?
Yeah,
Boston.
that's really it.
Cool. Esther's watching from Northern California.
Excellent. I learned something cool about rosemary recently. Did you know it's related to mint? Botanically related to mint?
No.
I had no idea.
And so that's why, I love putting rosemary in cocktails and stuff. And it's like, it's related to mint.
Oh, I love that. Well, look, it's not too fall at all. Oops, sorry, your garnish is going.
Yeah, it's perfect.
All right, cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Thank you for joining us, Cecily. We're so happy. Thank you. I know, like if you went to a bar, they would charge like $12 or $13 for this, right? I think it's always fun to make cocktails at home too. I love to make a good cocktail. What do you guys think?
I appreciate how generous you are with the cherries too. That makes me really sad when you get
I hated a bar when you go get one. I'm like, I want 2 or 3. I'm really just here for the cherries.
This is really delicious. I like it.
Thank you.
You can taste the Campari, the vermouth, like everything is really delicious.
It's nice. It's a good, refreshing, good end of summer cocktail.
Plus, super Instagrammable.
Yes.
Super Instagrammable. I like that. Susan says that the drink looks very refreshing. Susan, cheers to you.
Yeah,
garnish. It
cheers,
is quite refreshing.
Thank you.
And Sharon says hello from Tennessee. Thank you, Sharon, for watching.
Wow.
How are your tomatoes coming along?
They're looking pretty darn delicious. So they're getting nice and golden. The cornmeal is making it nice and
Look at that. It
crispy.
smells real good in here.
I have a very important question for you guys. Do you like putting mayonnaise on one or both sides of bread?
I think you kind of know what we're going to say.
Yeah.
I think so. Is it both sides?
It's both sides.
Absolutely. It's both sides.
The only right answer. Right. I mean, mayonnaise is sort of the unsung hero in a BLT anyway.
Yeah.
You're very right.
Now, if we were making these for Rachel, we'd probably use some like Dijon mustard or something.
True.
Because Rachel, it's actually one of the very few ingredients that she doesn't love is mayonnaise.
Seriously?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Isn't that funny?
Wow.
But she actually makes her own aiolis now, and she kind of likes.
Oh
she
yeah,
likes
it
that,
can see.
so.
I understand the whole like shelf stability thing. I get it. I do love
Yeah.
mayonnaise, but
Yeah, I love mayonnaise.
I do too.
That's one thing that Rachel and I did not have in common.
Different strokes.
I
for
know.
different
I'm gonna clear this out a little bit so you can
Oh,
plate
thank
one up
you.
because we're getting a little hungry in here.
folks. Yeah, I know. It smells that bacon. And so basically, this is just like super basic BLT construction. These guys are perking along. That one looks perfectly golden.
Ooh,
See,
look at
a
that.
nice color on that. Pop it on here.
Let me slide some of these out of your way
Thank
so that we
you.
can spread these up after we're done and enjoy some more.
More BLTs later.
Yes.
Susie commented and said that Rachel taught her everything she knows about cooking.
Oh, nice.
That's
That's
sweet.
awesome.
Jeanette and I are very similar
Yeah.
in the same fashion. Jeanette and I both started at the show as interns, and we didn't have a whole lot of cooking skills. We just really loved food and really loved television.
Yeah.
We were lucky enough to work here for such a long time that Rachel's taught us a lot about cooking.
She's pretty much taught us everything we know too. So
Yeah.
Susie does something we all have in common.
Tabitha says hi from Northern California.
Hi, Tabitha.
And Deborah says I'd have to pile. I'd have that pile of bacon gone.
I don't know
by
what
now.
you're talking about, Deborah.
No, I don't know how
right?
it's lasted on the table for
I think
that long.
this is a 4 slice kind of sense.
Yeah, especially for sharing it.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's also another funny thing about Rachel is we work with her on set a lot, and whenever there's either a pile of bacon or a pile of toasted nuts on the counter, we always make a little bit extra because we always know that Rachel likes to snack on them in between the commercials. She's always
Guys,
snacking on bacon.
I got you something.
What?
It's a
Oh my god, it's so beautiful!
I'm
so
into that.
big.
All right,
I'm so excited.
cut that baby in half.
All right, let's do this.
Wow, that looks so good. I'm not sure I'm ever going to make a regular BLT again. I think the green tomato is it. No,
Yeah.
Cecily,
I mean-
a green tomato is just an unripe tomato, right?
Yes, that's it. That's it. Even though honestly, you could totally do this. Here, if you don't mind me.
Not at all.
There you go.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Even though you could absolutely make this with regular old tomatoes.
I never thought about breading and frying a tomato. Here, take a look at this. Look at
It
that,
looks
guys.
so pretty.
It looks a little hot to eat.
Be careful with that. It is a little toasty, perhaps.
I also
but-
saw this in the magazine when I was flipping through it yesterday. There's this one page that shows you all the different types of tomatoes and a picture of all of them. I thought it was super helpful.
That is fun.
I was like, oh, that's fun. I didn't know there were that many. There's
my
one
God.
called a hillbilly, and there's one called a solar flare.
Plus two, yeah. There's one that has
And a
like
potato
way more
Who knew?
letters than anyone can ever pronounce.
I don't know how to say that.
No, nobody knows how to say that.
There's one on here that nobody knows how to say. That's how many tomatoes there are.
We want
It's
to
so
say
fun. I need to
hi.
try this.
Vilma says cheers from Connecticut, Cecily.
Oh, hey, Vilma, what's up?
You got a shout out from Vilma. Sharon said that she's going to make this for her late holiday weekend. Sharon, I think that is a great recipe. It's going to be up on the website along with the Negronis, and Grant's making a beautiful cake, and I've got another dish. All these recipes are going to be up on the Facebook page just a
That is
little bit
so
later. I know,
delicious,
so
Cecily.
messy.
Oh, thank you.
That
So
was
you like
so good.
It's so
Oh,
good.
and one awesome thing, if you wanted to make the tomatoes in advance, you could totally put them on a rack that'll keep them nice and crispy and pop them in the oven.
Oh, I love that.
pretty good.
Like anytime you're breading and frying
Yeah.
something.
Yeah,
I love that.
absolutely.
And frying those in the bacon fat gives them such delicious
Yeah.
flavor too. It's so
I know.
good.
It's
It's like an
nice and
extra
crispy.
bacony BLT.
So
Yeah.
If you
good.
can believe it. All right, Cecily, come on down
Ooh,
here. We're
yeah.
gonna start making.
Can I take my drink?
Take your
Oh, yeah,
All right,
totally.
here we go.
So today we were talking all about keeping the summer around as long as you can. And this is a really great cake that you can actually make all year long and it tastes like summer. This is a strawberry jam cake, and we're going to make it using strawberry jam. So you can make this any time of the year, and it tastes like a summertime dish. And also, if you watched the show today, This recipe might look a little familiar to you. This recipe is based off of a recipe that Patty LaBelle did on her show.
No way.
She made a blackberry jam cake.
I don't know if you caught that name drop. He's like,
I-
how do you know?
So not only are we celebrating summertime, but we're celebrating my favorite soul singer.
Oh man,
Patty
cheers to Patty.
Cheers to Patty. So in here, I just have 1 stick of butter. I'm going to cream that up with some sugar. If you wouldn't mind stirring together our dry ingredients here, we have some flour in this bowl, 1 cup of flour, then we have a half a teaspoon of baking soda and some salt. So we're just going to mix all those guys up. And here I have a stick of butter, and it's nice and room temperature, nice and soft, so the batter comes together nicely. And whenever you make any sort of cake batter, it's important to start with some room temperature ingredients so you don't get like a lumpy batter.
So I know I'm a very impatient person,
Yeah.
and I know sometimes I struggle with waiting for the butter to soften. Do you have any tricks for softening it?
I do, yeah. I used to just like put the butter in the microwave, which I think is like everybody's go-to.
Totally.
But I always end up melting it too much, and then you have like super soft butter, which
Sad
isn't great.
butter. I know. Butter should never be sad.
So what I like to do is I take a really cold stick of butter and I grate it on a cheese grater
Oh, that's so
over
smart.
some parchment, and then it like softens up in like 5 minutes because it's such tiny pieces of butter.
Oh, so
So
smart.
you can do that. And here I added a half a cup of jam.
Also, can you tell me why are the eggs in water?
Yeah, this is another great tip, another room temperature
He's very
tip.
full of baking tips. You're gonna learn this the longer you hang around here.
I don't know anybody who ever has room temperature eggs just sitting around, and I never plan on making a cake the night before, so I never have room temperature eggs. So I just put my eggs in a glass, a rocks glass, I grab it off the bar, and I fill it up with some warm water, and then it just sits in here for 5 minutes, and you have some nice room temperature eggs.
The glass that we didn't pour the Negroni in?
Yeah, that one. You empty your Negroni glass.
Once
put
you're
your
done, you
eggs
put
in it.
eggs in
Yeah,
it.
exactly.
If you guys are just tuning in, we are live in the Rachael Ray Prep Kitchen. I'm Jeanette, this is Grant, we're culinary team members of Rachel's, and we are joined by Cecily McAndrews, who's here from Rachael Ray Everyday magazine, which is such a delight to have you with us today. Normally just the two of us messing around in the kitchen, so we're happy to have a guest today.
It's a real treat.
We give her booze, we're making cake, we've got
Fun
some
to have a third
wonderful...
person in this room.
Yay! I'll come over and hang out whenever you
Grant, Sharon said that she's jealous of your job.
Oh,
It's a fun job, Sharon.
I was gonna say you should be, but I was gonna
You should be. And she said that every week she downloads the grocery list, so that's really great to hear. Yeah, we have a newsletter every week that we send out, so make sure you join that as well to say what recipes Rachel's making on the show this week. Andrea says, hello, beautiful people. Hello, beautiful Andrea. Thank you for watching. And Alveda says that she's asking a question. Can she freeze everything that she grows in her garden?
I think it depends on what it is,
Yeah.
right? What are some really great freezing things from the garden?
I would say definitely corn. That's one of the things my friend Emily constantly, she buys tons and tons of corn at the farmer's market this time of year. It's so good. And you cut it off the cobs, you give it a quick blanch, and then you freeze it. You take the air out, and then you've got fresh corn all year long.
You know what's amazing? My friend likes to freeze fennel.
Oh,
And she puts it in smoothies.
That's so interesting.
Yeah, and I mean, if you think about the flavor of fennel, it's so like light and refreshing.
It's very good for digestion too, I know.
Yeah, so like nice and healthy.
Chris says hello from rainy Atlanta. Thank you for watching, Chris. And Jason says, sounds and looks great today. Thank you, Jason. Leandra says, I only grow green tomatoes, pineapple green or heirloom green. Oh, those are the different types. I didn't even know there were 2 different types of green tomatoes.
Who knew?
I know.
Now we know.
And Joanna says hello from Wisconsin.
Just to catch you guys up on what I did in here, we had a stick of butter, a half a cup of sugar, a half a cup of strawberry jam. What I didn't say earlier is this cake is great because you can make any sort of flavor cake you like. So you can use some blueberry jam and make a blueberry cake. Like I was saying, Patty LaBelle, when she was on the show, she made a blackberry cake. She made like a caramel frosting. But I'm going to do something a little bit different today. And then, having some buttermilk splash out. And then to that I added 2 eggs and then all of our dry ingredients and a little bit of buttermilk. And so now our batter is already cooked up.
Yummy.
This is just going to be a 1-layer cake just because I'll show you what it looks like when it's all done, but I like to decorate the top of it with lots of strawberries and stuff. So I'm just going to do 1 layer today.
Lovely. Matthew is asking, does Grant teach baking classes?
I don't, but
He's on the show a lot.
This is kind of a baking class right now.
Exactly. He'll be on the show this summer teaching Rachel some fun baking things. Grant, Pam, and Wendell are watching, and your parents.
Yeah, those are my
Hi, Pam and
parents.
Wendell.
Hi, Pam and Wendell.
They rate it a lot. They're picking up their new dog Nibby at the vet.
Oh,
Hi,
baby.
Nibby. We love you. Sweet Nibby.
Feel better, Nibby.
And my best friend Becca and her son Oliver are watching in Nashville. Hello, guys. Thank you for watching. Linda says, hi, I almost missed ya. Well, good thing you caught us, because Grant's whipping up a beautiful strawberry jam
If you
cake.
never want to miss,
Just in time.
if you never want to miss any of our Facebook Lives ever again, make sure you click that follow button that's right on the bottom of the screen, and that way you'll never miss.
You'll never miss these.
I love how even the batter is so
I know.
pink. It's so
I know,
pretty.
isn't it pretty?
Yeah.
It's fun.
Food's more fun to eat when it's pink.
Yeah, that's true. And it's so summery.
I know, very, very summery. Karen commented and she said, I would love a strawberry jam cake. Karen, come on over.
Come on over.
Chad said he is definitely stealing the Fergroni idea. Thank you, Chad.
Yeah,
it's a good one.
one.
And like I said, the Fergroni, Grant's beautiful cake, Cecily's delicious green tomato BLT, and I'm about to make some lettuce wraps. All those recipes are going to be up on the Facebook page just a little bit later.
So I poured our batter into a cake pan right here. I just covered the bottom of it with some parchment, and then I buttered and floured the sugar, or the sides of it, so that way it comes out really nice and evenly. Would you mind popping that into the oven for us? And now we're going to get started on our strawberry topping. This is a really, really interesting and great way to cook strawberries, but also get a lot of yummy sauce out of them. This is a really fun technique that I actually learned by watching Mind of a Chef one day.
Oh, I love that show.
I know, right?
It's a good show.
Such a cool show. So in here I just have a whole quart of strawberries. I didn't even cut them up really, they're just kind of whole, and I took the stems off.
You might have less than a quart because I've been kind of picking up
I
them
know, I think
onward.
we probably have a pint.
They were definitely a quart before, but we've just been snacking on strawberries.
I know.
And I'm just going to cover these with sugar. You can do this technique with any sort of berries. I haven't tried it with anything else. I actually wonder if it would work with like apples and that kind of stuff
Ooh,
too.
that'd be a nice fall one.
I know, wouldn't that be fun?
No, we're getting into summer stone fruit.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you're right.
Totally.
Plums, peaches, that'd be
Peaches.
there. Grant, Esther commented she wants to know if she can sub out buttermilk. Is there anything she could sub that for?
Yeah, you could use a little bit of sour cream if you wanted to. You could definitely just use some milk.
Sour cream.
I would just go a little shy of a third of a cup if you're going to use milk, because milk's a little bit thinner than buttermilk, but yeah, I think so.
Smart.
So now what I did is just covered this up with some plastic wrap. And now we're going to let this cook really gently over a double boiler. And the reason I love doing this so much is because since it's covered, none of the moisture is going to escape, so you end up with some really yummy like strawberry juice,
Really
and then like whole strawberries that don't fall apart at all. So they're cooked, but they just stay whole. It's really fun.
I should
But
like
I'll
that.
I know, right? So these two things are going to cook up, and I'll show you what those look like in a little
Excellent.
bit. But I think we have one more recipe.
We've got one more recipe. Donna commented and she wants to know what we're drinking. Donna, if you're just tuning in, I'm Jeanette, this is Grant. We've got our friend Cecily here from Rachael Ray Every magazine. And this is, can I say it's going to be the drink, like the drink of the end of summer, fall?
Yeah.
You're here first.
Oh, you heard it here first. This is the Fergroni.
Negroni.
So it's a frozen Negroni. This recipe and all the recipes you're going to see today are going to be up on the Facebook page just a little bit later. I'm going to get started over here on, so when we were kind of tasked with like, what are we making for end of summer, it just kind of made me think of all of the things that I was eating a ton of this summer. And I recently, I moved last summer and we got a grill this summer.
What?
I know I live out in the suburbs,
and
so
you-
it's, do you live in the city?
Yeah, I live
Come over
out in the
anytime. You can take the train straight to my house,
that sounds
and we could have a grilling party.
Seems like major cred. Like that's how you, having a grill in the city is like that's how you make bread.
Yeah, right. I know. So I've got a grill, and I grill a ton. Actually, for meal prep too, it's been really helpful. Like I pick one day a week where like I just kind of grill everything in the refrigerator, and then do you mind chopping these for me?
I'd be happy to.
How nice. Just fine. Yeah, just a nice little dice. So what I would do is I would grill a ton of like proteins and vegetables and just kind of put them in salads throughout the week. So what I'm going to show you today, I'm going to make it's a barbecue chicken lettuce wrap with some corn salad. And I know, like, I'm sure all of us have been really inspired by like the farmer's market all summer. They kind of just go and pick up what's fresh and good. So what I've got here is this is about 2 pounds of chicken breasts. And I take a little help from the store here. I've definitely made my own barbecue sauce before. But I just kind of use my favorite barbecue sauce and I let it marinate. I don't know, you can take some help from the store every once in a while.
It's a little short.
Exactly. And then, so I just grilled this up. I've got some that I've already, you just grill it on both sides until it's cooked, get some nice grill marks on it. And then you want to just chop it up so it's going to be nice in lettuce wraps. Now I'm going to show you how to make a corn salad. So it's funny that I'm teaching you how to make this because almost every week this summer I feel like I made a different corn salad.
Yeah.
I go to the farmer's market, I picked up a bunch of corn, I picked up whatever herbs looked really good, and I just kind of mixed them all together and made a salad. Some weeks I added avocado and it was a corn guacamole. And some weeks I added a ton of tomatoes, and it was a corn tomato salad. And
Also, Jeanette, you just made me realize that I've been cutting my corn like a dummy.
see, okay, Grant actually taught me this tip. Rachel's got a great tip where she takes a bowl and she puts a small bowl inside, and you scrape all the way down and everything stays in. But I watched Grant doing this, and I stole this little trick from him.
You just blew my mind. I was like, I've been doing everything.
We've been doing it all wrong.
Yeah, you basically turn the cob into a square, so it's like
A little square. And then I nibble on the little bits.
Yeah, you can nibble on it.
Oh,
you
I
could,
love raw corn.
I do
freeze
too.
it. If you want to freeze it, you could keep that for later in the winter when you're making a chowder or something.
Love that.
Our friend Leanne over here likes to give that part to her cat.
I like that was a tip from our last Facebook Live. Yes, our friend Leanne likes to give
Tip
that.
from our friend Leanne. Just give it to
Give it to your cat.
Mary's watching from North Carolina. Sorry.
Hello.
I was
Hi,
California.
Mary.
Carolina. Hello.
Hello.
Thank you for watching. Deborah's watching from don't know where, and she's making icebox pie.
Oh.
Ooh, I love icebox pie.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna try to read another one. The last two. Yesterday. Sorry. Linda says, "Hey, lovely people."
Hi.
And Cecily, what are you holding?
Ooh, so this is my
Oh,
friend the frozen
the
Negroni.
It's her new best friend.
If you're just tuning in, I've been holding on to it.
I know. I let mine go because I had to cook, but
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
ready. I'm ready to keep sipping on that.
Yeah, it's this amazing frozen Negroni. So I don't know if you're a Campari fan, but like this is like definitely a gift to one. Especially this gorgeous garnish.
I know it's very
So
pretty.
pretty.
It's very pretty.
And just to remind you guys, all these recipes will be up on the Facebook page later today, so make
Yes.
sure you come and check those out. Rebecca's watching from San Diego.
Hello.
Rebecca. And Matthew says, how much longer is corn season?
I think we're almost at the end.
Yeah,
I know. I've been
I hate to say it.
I've been going to the farmers market still every week, and it's still holding strong. But I'd say
Right.
we've got another 2 or 3
Yeah.
weeks here, at least on the East Coast.
So eat as much as you can.
Keep going. But no, really, take my friend Emily's tip and freeze it. Cut it off the cobs, give it a quick blanch, pop it in a food storage bag, put it in the freezer, and you've got fresh corn all year round. Thank you for chopping these chives for me.
Of course.
Stacy says that she loves corn salads.
Oh yeah. All right, Stacey. So you have to try this one. So pretty much like I was saying, I go to the farmer's market every week. I buy a ton of herbs, a ton of corn. I buy some really fresh onions. I love onions from the. Do you notice
Yeah.
how different they taste at the farmer's market?
totally.
Yeah.
They're like the juices in them are so good.
It's like carrots. There are certain foods.
You're
that
so
just
right.
Like,
Like
you're
it's
just
just
like this is a different food.
Exactly. So then all I've got in this one is just I put a little bit of sherry. I'm not even like making a salad dressing too. I'm just kind of like putting it all in here and stirring it up. So I about 2.5 cups of corn, 1 red onion. I do a little salt, a little pepper. I like sherry vinegar. I just like that's one of my favorite vinegars. A little bit of olive oil. I think I have some parsley, chives. Those were just the ones I picked up at the market this week. And then we're gonna just kind of toss all of this together in a nice little lettuce wrap. And what I love about lettuce wraps, thank you, I know. What I love about lettuce wraps is that you just kind of plop this on the table and everybody just kind of makes their own. So you
So
just,
fun.
yeah. And I like it because it's a low carb option. There's no carbs. And then it's a nice little taco. Would you like me to make you one, Cecily?
I would love one.
Okay, here you
Thank you.
go.
I know I've been watching that.
Here you go.
This is just a really fun
Thank
and
you.
easy chicken dinner.
And like nice and interactive too. You pop it on the table. Everybody makes their own.
Speaking of chicken dinners, Rachel
Yes.
actually made a chicken dinner on the show today. It's a baked
she
chicken
did.
with Dijon and nutty
Ooh,
breadcrumbs.
that one was so
And
good.
on the show tomorrow, she's making a 5-ingredient chicken dinner.
Yummy.
So make sure you check that out.
What do you think? Here, you want to try?
really
Oh yes,
delicious.
thank you.
I was like, excuse me.
Excuse me, Cecily has something to
I was
say.
going to say this is really good. This is really good.
Yeah?
Thank you so much.
Sure. And it's definitely one where, like, if you've got leftovers, just crack open another thing of these. I use Boston Bib lettuce for this. It comes in one of those little. Here, I'll show you. It comes in a nice little case, and it's just one of those ones that's grown hydroponically. And I just love it's like the leaves just hold very well, and they just kind of make a nice little pocket, like almost a little taco. It's very nice, clean lettuce. You could definitely use like an iceberg piece or
I
like
have a good question.
Yes.
Hydroponically, so it's grown in water?
I
Is
believe
that
so.
what
Yes,
happens?
I believe that is
I
hydroponic.
wasn't sure.
You know what I love too about these guys is that they last so long in the fridge.
They do. I know.
Because they're still attached.
I know,
So it's
you're
like-
right, they're
I
kinda
mean,
still
I'm sort
alive.
of a clamshell lettuce addict.
Yeah, I know.
This is like when I can't handle any more baby arugula.
Yeah.
True.
Super into those guys.
True. So yeah, those are my barbecue chicken lettuce wraps, kind of encapsulating all things summer. A little grilling, a little fresh corn salad from the farmer's market. And yeah, that's that.
We have an interesting comment from one of our viewers named Mike. He said you can throw the cobs onto the coals of your barbecue for a smoky flavor in your protein.
Oh, that's
Oh,
so
wow.
That's so
Mike.
interesting. I've never tried that.
That's very interesting. I
Well,
would have
since
to
you're
give
the
that a try.
one person here as a girl, you have to try it.
You guys are gonna come over this weekend.
Yeah.
Come over this weekend and we'll try it.
All right, so come on down here.
So those are lettuce wraps. I think it's time for some cake.
Yeah, totally. So let me show you what these strawberries look like after they cook up for about 20 minutes.
Whoa,
The ones that we made are still going, but I made these earlier today.
Oh, nice.
So they're nice and cool. But check those out. Aren't those fun? So they're
Beautiful.
Have all this yummy strawberry juice.
I
don't know if
immediately
guys
hit
can
you.
see that
The
or not.
smell of it, like that beautiful.
We have all this yummy juice and these beautiful whole strawberries. That's gonna be our topping for on top of our cake.
Yeah, it's so nice when
Um,
they keep their shape.
Yeah, isn't that cool? I've done it with raspberries and stuff before too, which is also really fun because raspberries fall apart really easily. But
Right,
when you do it
right.
like this, it's a little bit better. I'm gonna top our cake. I have our cake right here. Look at that. It cooks so fast. And I just put that onto a plate, and I'm gonna top that with some cream cheese frosting, I made this one, and the recipe is going to be online, but you could just use the store-bought kind if you'd like. If you want a little help from the store.
Excellent. Brenda commented and she says, yum. Thanks, Brenda, for watching. Crystal says that looks so delicious. And Crystal also says that her barbecue is broken.
Crystal, I feel your pain. I live in a little apartment that has no grill, but...
Crystal, although it's Labor Day weekend, I feel like you might be able to get a sale on something. Everything's on sale on Labor Day weekend.
Your broiler. Seriously, your broiler is like an upside-down gas grill. Just broil it.
Oh, I love that. I love thinking about it that way.
Yeah, no. It totally... I mean, it's not quite the same experience, but... Yeah. I mean, there it is.
I mean, you char stuff in the broiler. I can't imagine why it wouldn't be grilled.
Absolutely. Just let it get good and hot.
If you guys are just tuning in, I'm Jeanette. This is Grant. And we're here with our friend from Rachel's Magazine, Cecily. Hello. And we are at our 4th recipe of our Facebook Live today. I see Grant dolloping some beautiful jam on his cake. What's going on here?
Yeah, I'm just putting some jam right on top of our cake. This is just for decoration because it's nice and pretty. But I just put 5 little dollops on top of the cream cheese frosting, and then I'm just going to run my knife through it and just kind of swirl it around. Make it look nice.
Grant, do you ever make your own jam?
Make it nice. You know what? I don't. But this is my dad's jam that my dad makes. I know.
Stop it.
My office is full of jam that my dad sends me all the time.
That's awesome.
And I'm always trying to find ways to use it. So that's my dad's jam.
Oh man, lucky you.
You can sneak into our office any day.
I know.
We're just eating jam out the jar.
We'll go home with some jam. Awesome. So I'm going to plate one of these guys up for you.
Oh, Esther commented and said that her brother's allergic to gluten, so the barbecue chicken and corn salad little lettuce wrap is a perfect taco for him to have. Esther, take a picture and make sure you post it on our Facebook page. We love to see when people make our recipes. It's really fun to see.
Oh my gosh.
So let's have our strawberry cake. I'm going to top that with some strawberries and some of that strawberry jus.
Oh, a strawberry jus.
Yes.
So do you like it when
fancy?
Do the strawberries have to be warm, or would you?
I actually like them cold. These are a little room temperature, but I normally you can just keep them in the fridge like that.
Oh, nice.
And here you go.
Oh, thanks.
End of summer strawberry cake.
You want to share this? Yeah, I feel like we're at that level now.
I know, we're BFFs.
Thank you, Grant and Patty.
You're very welcome.
Yeah.
So just to remind you guys, all of these recipes are going to be up on the Facebook page later today. We have the fried green tomato BLT sandwich from the Rachael Ray Every magazine that Cecily made for us. Jeanette made this beautiful Negroni, which you're definitely going to have to try.
When I'm done eating cake, because this cake is delicious.
I know, right? I'm just sort of
oh my god. I'm like, let's keep eating it, and maybe we'll finish it before he stops talking.
And these barbecue lettuce, or barbecue chicken lettuce wraps down there, which are great for grilling this weekend. And my strawberry jam cake. All these recipes are going to be up on the Facebook page later today. Someone's asking if we can have your dad's jam recipe.
Yeah, this time.
No.
Oh, no, we can't.
I don't know.
It's a
we'll have to ask
secret.
him. We'll call him
It's a
on
huge
speakerphone.
secret. And Deborah says, thank you. You guys rock.
Thank you, Deborah.
Thank you. Deborah. If you like what you saw today, make sure you like, comment, share, and cook. Cecily, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Make sure you guys tune in to the season premiere of The Rachael Ray Show on September 11th.
Don't miss it.
And if you're at the grocery store this weekend, pick up one of these because there's so many yummy recipes in it.
Tomatoes.
And don't let summer go.
Bye, guys. Thanks for watching.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Dude, that cake is legit. It's so moist.
I'm just going to eat it.